Okay, so the ladder to leadership, a pragmatic framework with implementable steps. Why do I stress on this? Because the framework that we prepare has to be practical. If it's not practical, if it's wishful, it's not going to help us. And with implementable steps, the steps have to be, easy enough, or the steps have to be, simple enough to be implemented. Otherwise, there is no point, even if it's practical or feasible. Say, I will say that to gain knowledge, you kind of, travel around the world. That's feasible if you have money, time. But is it really practical in our, situation? No, it's not always practical, right? So I mean, implementable. So we have to be practical and we have to be implementable. So you keep on providing me the input, whatever last time you provided some input that, it's easy to follow, but still there is scope of improvement. So I try to put something this time so that you can follow easily, and you can take it back and see, in your workplace or in your personal life, you can implement it, and keep on providing such input that, what all, where all we need to improve. Okay, so yeah, let's have a quick icebreaker. This is something I was waiting for. I know we have already broken the ice, we had good conversations, but still I would like open the stage and tell me, like, if I give you a time machine, what age of your childhood you would travel to? Maybe start with whoever, it's free. Just quickly, I want to go to, say for example, I want to go to my age of when I was in ninth class, something like that, for so and so reason. Any thoughts, anything you'd like to share?
Just after the board exam.
Just after the board exam, before the result, or after the result?
Before the result.
Okay. Who else want to go, Suchi?
I will be in my school days, like till seventh,
Okay.
third to seventh.
Okay, good. Anyone else? Sumit, Padi?
Yeah, starting from seventh Bharadwaj.
Okay, good. Good. So we all have our good time, and we want to go back, and there is a reason why I brought this up as well. Anyone else want to say something, or we go ahead?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, again, first things first, like this, we discussed in last two sessions as well, that this is a ladder which requires a lot of disciplined approach, consistent approach, and it's not a lift. It's not a lift that will take you all the way up, in a quickly or briskly. So you have to really focus one step at a time and keeping your goal in mind. Uh, then only you will be able to, uh, keep rising, and it's time taking. That's something we have understood and we have agreed as well. Okay, so we what we
Yeah,
covered so far is yeah, somebody wants
I
to
came
talk.
back again.
No, no, we lost voice for some time.
Oh,
Maybe
okay, I'm
few
sorry.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, it's a ladder. We go one step at a time, and with the clear goal in mind of our career, of our life, that helps us, putting the right step in a steady way and rise up. So the first session we discussed about is our strength, passion, opportunity. The second one we focused on organization 360. The third one, it's today's meeting. It's about communicate to succeed, and three smart ways to bring difference. I have made some changes in the sequence of these, lessons or these meet. And today I'm saying three smart ways, right? So what we take away after one hour is three ways how we can communicate, or how we can strategize to communicate, that we will be visible as a, you know prospective leader, or we would be considered as someone who has the courage to give direction to others, right? So the objective of this session is we will take three things out of this. Now we will see what are those three things. I call them as a 1, 2, 3 principle. We'll see, let's see how it works. And if you can really implement it in next 6 months, so the plan is these three steps you implement in next 6 months, you will see visible difference. The difference from what you are today and after 6 months. Then session 4 and 5 we will go ahead. Okay, to start with that, now you see there is a group of leaders here: Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali, Charlie Chaplin, and so many others here. So what's so great about leaders? What is so great about leaders? Leaders, they have their vision, they have their they have their strength, and they mobilize a group of people. They contribute for a greater cause. And we all have our thoughts, right? It's not that we think differently, we think in similar way. So what I find one major difference is, along with the many other leadership characteristics, one major difference is they are able to communicate their vision, their thought process, and motivate people to follow in a particular direction. That's where I have just picked one quotation from an American philosopher, Waldo Emerson. Speech is power. Speech is to persuade, to convert, and to compel. Now you think of in your office, in your personal life, you will find many people, who are good speakers, and they persuade us, or they convert us to do something, or they compel us to do something. They influence us. And same is applicable for our life as well, in our workspace. So for example, that's why if you remember, I asked you a question: if you search for an opportunity to speak in public in office, will you get an opportunity? So you have provided quite this is quite encouraging response. 8 of you said yes, of course, we will get that. One of you responded, no, we focus only on work and not much on public speaking or presentation. Somebody, two of you said that we haven't explored yet. So what I understand from here, from majority of us, we get an opportunity if we want to speak. Still others believe that although we focus on our work, or either we haven't explored, but still there could be some chances. So what I want to tell you here is, the stage is yours. Grab it. What is assumed, the perception, how it works, the human beings. People feel that somebody who speaks on a stage is definitely a leader. That's a typical perception. You know, he or she is a leader. He speaks very good, or we can follow him or her. What it says, it's the ability of the professional to present well, contributes to him or her being seen as an authority. Like once you present it, you might have presented, all of you, in your office, and you'd see the perception how it changes. You'd be seen as an authority. You would be seen as a somebody of higher stature. People would like to follow you. If not all, at least some people would like to follow you. And you have to effectively communicate what your followers should do. If you are talking about something on technology and technical topic, then people would follow you. He is the leader in our area. He is a thought leader or technical leader. So we can provide technical leadership. We can provide organization leadership. Now I'll go back to the previous slide where you have provided the answer to this survey. Now, just go ahead and tell me, like, when you said yes, of course you have, the opportunities. Do you really go and speak out? And what is your experience? Or if you're not going and speaking out, what is that stopping you? Again, as I say, do not feel that anything will be judged. You're free to speak. It's a free platform. Yeah.
Like I would say, sometimes fear, sometimes just a
Yeah.
mental block.
Yeah. Mental block. Like it's like something is kind of pulling you from back. You don't know. You might be thinking, oh, what will happen if I present, and what will not, and what difference will come. So it's okay, fine, I will not present. Sometimes you think, oh, there are so many people that are talking. Why should I talk again? Right? But one thing you need to realize, I have been telling this, there is scarcity of leaders, and you go onto the stage, people will be inspired, people will be motivated, and they will start. So it's good for you, good for the audience as well, good for people as well. Any other thoughts? Why do you really go and speak in presence of a big audience in your office, say? And what is your experience? And if not, what goes on?
It's just the fear factor. Once that goes away, once you speak, it's like in front of public or your team or your unit or whatever.
Okay,
So
what
just
kind of fear?
once,
What kind of fear?
it's like what others will think. I'm
What
going
I-
to present something, but
wh-
what others will think, what will be their views.
what will happen if they think something?
Yeah, it's like the initial thinking of when we sort of go to speak something, then the initial thinking is always that way. But
Okay,
once we present that in front of others, then that fear factor will go away ever.
right.
And yeah, there
and
will be
and
like, yeah,
right, and it doesn't go away forever, it comes back.
yeah,
No, even
yeah,
here when I'm presenting you, I feel nervous sometimes. After 3 sessions, I'm little comfortable, but if I leave for 6 months, if I present you again, I may feel little nervous still.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's there. So it's we cannot deny that, that will not be there. But
Yes, I
yeah,
I also agree with that. But in presence of a huge audience, it's very difficult to present. So I think we should try to present in our team at least with 4 or 5 people.
okay,
Then we can make it more so that one day we can speak with a big
right.
audience. I think
I'll
so.
I'll tell you, Shubhra, that's I really appreciate you spoke about it. There are a couple of things that happens. First of all, half of the audience will be kind of thinking, oh, this guy is presenting, great guy. So 50% is already on your side. Okay.
Yes,
Then out of rest of the 50%, 30-40% might be thinking, oh, how will I present? They will be thinking, they will be in their own world. you know
yes,
they are not thinking
exactly.
about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now maybe 3 or 4 or 5% might be observing your speech. And believe me, everyone really appreciates that. Okay, somebody is presenting. Even if you're not good presenter, they will not kind of discourage you. They will appreciate you're trying it out. And the people who if you think they will, what they will think about you, they will not think anything about you. The leaders who see you, they will feel like, okay, this guy has courage. And really somebody really thinks, oh, he's such a bad speaker, that guy is not going to impact you in any way. So all that I want to say is, this is the first takeaway. In next 6 months, you have to try for one big speech delivery before a good audience. You can try multiple smaller ones, 4 5 in this forum, in multiple other forums, but try to target one speech before a big audience in next 6 months. Now how that will help, I'll tell you. So
And sometime,
yeah,
excuse me,
go ahead.
sometime we speak means we need to take that responsibility. We need to think we take that more responsibility or not.
Right, but you need to see what benefits you will get, right? So if I tell you, see, this is the benefit you get, will you go and present? Will you consider presenting it? Maybe yes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see how will it groom you up to the to the leadership level. Like how will it prepare? In a way, it's not only you get noticed, in a way you prepare yourself to the next level career. So first thing what happens here, you master the subject of your topic. Right? Say you are presenting on a technical topic, you are presenting on a non-technical topic, you need to read a lot, watch a lot of videos, talk to many people, That way you will master the particular topic. You will prepare for any eventualities, any questions that could come. That means next time you present that topic, it will not be bothering you. You will go and present it like this. So you'll get mastery of the subject. Now, if you repeat the same topic again in another 6 months, you will go to next level of, you know, understanding, or what I call as thought leadership again, right? So once you present it second time, it will take you to next level. So one
Yeah.
advantage is mastery. Yes, Silu, you want to say
Yeah.
something?
Yes, I would say like you become the first critic of yourself. So what
Exactly.
you do is like you have something to speak up
Right.
where you record it. Now the technology is too much too high, so you can record in a mobile
Yeah.
and just listen to yourself and then
Right.
critique yourself. Sometimes I have to do a presentation. I record it. Let's say I have a 5 minutes to speak about some issues or something.
Right.
Then I listen myself, and then I say,
Right.
what bullshit I'm talking. I need some more facts. I need some
Yeah.
more facts. I need some more preparation in this area. I need to change this language. This wording was not good.
Yeah.
So then you become the first critic of yourself. If
Right.
somebody is giving that speech, what we are going to deliver, how you take it yourself. I mean, are you going to be impressed? Are you going to be
Right.
happy to listen this? Uh, that will definitely help you to choose your words, choose your facts, and choose your references. Like
Right.
you're picking something from some other people or some other book, then choose your references. That definitely going to help.
Right. And I'll tell you, Silu, it's like, personally, I have felt like, uh, mm, and that's the most difficult thing. I really cannot watch my videos. I feel presenting is still better, and I cannot hear my voice. I cannot see the way I speak. I feel like sometimes ashamed of my own speech. It's very difficult. But as you said, if we can be really our critic, we will overcome that, and slowly we will keep on going. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Like, you prepare some videos, watch it, then you will find where you are on the first video and how you are speaking on the sixth video. Good. So next is structured presentation. Now we have many thoughts in our mind, but when we present, it doesn't get structured. As Hardeep said, that he needs some structure to present it. He can present it, whatever is there in mind, but he wants to do justice to the topic. That's why he needs a structure for that. So slowly it will bring that thought of a structured presentation. You will understand how to make things simpler for the audience, right? Third one is body language. I'll tell you, try it once. Stand still and deliver a speech. As you said, record the video. You will see that you were moving all the way. You were shaky all the way. You are roaming around the room all the ways. It's very difficult to stand straight and deliver a speech. Your body language will be, you will be able to make big changes to your body language, your posture, gesture, the way your voice works. You know, right now, I feel like, I have to really work on my voices. You will see the CEOs, the CIOs, the big guys, the leaders, their voice has a kind of depth they have in a voice. People say it comes from the belly. The voice will come, and the voice will have the weightage that the voice itself can drive the audience, or the mobile the crowd. So as you keep on practicing, your body language will improve, and you will make your presence felt. Last but not least, visible confidence. Now, if you are a fan of some series, web series, this guy Don Draper from one of the web series in it's called Mad Men in Amazon, Netflix. It's there. You want to see personality? Watch this series. I'll tell you. the way he presents, the way he exudes confidence, the way his character, talks and sits and walks and everything. There is a lot of learning from there. It's one of the best characters, they say. I had sent you a video on this. You see how he's presenting a particular topic. So people will see you differently. You will appear as a leader, you will appear confident. That's what the advantage of public speaking. Now you tell me, will you be okay to plan for one public speaking opportunity for a relatively bigger audience, at least 40, 50 plus in next 6 months? Who can take this up? I will not be there. You have to take it in your office or in your society, wherever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that. And I'll tell you how
Yes.
much preparation you would require. They say to have a real good delivery of a speech, for every 1 minute speech, you need to prepare at least 1 hour. That is besides or assuming you have the required knowledge and skill for that topic to present. You need 1 hour, 1 minute speech, you need to prepare for 1 hour. Then only your wordings, your presentation style. Yeah, we'll record next time. Okay, great. Thanks, Sumita. Yeah, so feel free to talk, unmute yourself. You can always talk. Yeah, so for every minute's presentation, you can prepare for 1 hour. You know how much I prepared for this speech today? I prepared around 20 hours for this 1 hour. But ideally, if I want to make it really photo finish kind of delivery, I should present by, in principle 60 hours. Then it will come to a level where, it will go through multiple revisions. So first takeaway, prepare for one speech in next 6 months before an audience of 50 plus in your office or society or wherever it is. Good. Any thoughts before we go to second topic of today?
Good, sir.
You're good? Okay, now story time. I told you last week in the WhatsApp message that someone has to get ready with a 3-minute story. Now, who is going to tell a story? I told you there are different ways you can tell a story. You talk to your kid, learn it from them. They are much better than us. Number two, you think of your childhood, pick up a story, or read a story from somewhere. But you have to tell a story in 3 minutes, and you have to pull the audience to your side. Who will take the chance? As we are all so experienced people, we should not hesitate to tell a story for 3 minutes. Good way, you want to take the chance?
Yes, of course.
You'll tell a story?
Okay,
Not more
sure.
than three minutes.
Okay.
Okay, start. Your time starts now.
Yeah, good morning to all. Myself, Ghulam Mustafa Kamal. People call me Good Way. Yeah, just how we can learn from our kid. For example, nowadays, yesterday I have gone to withdraw my cash. So, and and unfortunately, the cash didn't come from that. So my kid, my son has kicked the ATM out of frustration. Okay, so at that time people are there, so I didn't tell anything. So that he should not be embarrassed, because people are having more ego than us, much more ego than us. So in the home, today also, yes, once the bathroom washroom door was locked, so he again kicked. So I told him that what you are doing, you are kicking it. So what is the best approach is that you have to be very polite. And then I told him very politely, not so aggressively. This is the approach. If I kick you, you feel good or bad? Then he told that, no, I feel bad. Now, if I'll tell you and keep your hold your hand and tell you to do this way, what will be approach? It is more comfortable.
Right.
I'm talking about today's scenario. Then he has told me, thanks, Papa. You guided me. Next time onwards, I'll do accordingly. So we have to always know control our pitch and speech and wording.
Right.
So yeah, these are the three things where we have to always control in office or home anytime. So
Okay. Wonderful. So you have given very, very good
speech
example of
and
yeah.
wordings.
I'm sorry.
These three things, according to me, these three things are very important in any presentation, in any behavior. It shows your behavior, your attitude, and your personality. Same way, sometimes, so for example, I was giving a presentation in office. What happened? By mistake, a slip of tongue word has come, and it has gone in a very negative way. In a very negative way. I just told that this is not the right approach. It is just a foolishness.
Yeah. No,
Because
yeah.
the topic was out of context. Then after 5 minutes, I feel like that. Yeah, this is a slip of tongue for me, so I need to rectify. Uh, in that meeting, itself, I told them straightforward. See, my what what is the statement I have told you? It is just a slip of tongue. If you hurt, then I'm regret for it. My intention that it is out of the context. Then I just suppressed it with a simple apology, that this is out of context for me and it is not related to this presentation, so we have to focus on
Okay.
it.
I'm stopping you. We are 3 minutes over. I'm really sorry. Goodbye. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
But
I have also summarized it.
you have summarized it within 1 minute. That's wonderful. Now I'll ask Silu to present a story. You have been a very good storyteller during college time. Can you just look at the screen now? See, you can take some guidance. Say, just like you tell a story to your son, right? Started a long time ago, evil character, good character, win of good evil, and finally moral of the story. Good way story, we got a story, what happened, one situation, sometime back in ATM, moral of the story. Can you tell a story, Silu?
Oops.
Yeah.
Give me some time then, at least to build up a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a minute. In the meantime, anyone else wants to go for a story can really go for a quick minute. Now you have hint as well. I don't want to put you on spot. It's fine because if you ask me, even I cannot tell a story. So it's fine. If just I wanted to say, so the essence of this is whenever we now let's go back to our childhood, right? Either we heard stories from our parents, siblings, or friends.
Bharadwaj.
Yeah.
So I would like to start on my learning part. When I was a child of hardly, like I was studying my 8th standard. So
Yeah. So you
so
have 1.5 minutes to tell a
exactly.
story and to make it interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was during those days when my father owned a Poland model Rajdut, and it was said that when you learn Rajdut, or basically scooters, then you learn everything because it has front gears and back gears as well. So either bikes come with front gear or back gear. So I he when he started seeing that I have interest, whenever some people are coming with their bikes or Luna or whatever, then I'm asking them key to just to have a ride. And there was a nature of mine that like it can go up to, if I'll throttle, then up to what speed can this bike go. So that nature remained with me for quite some time. So when my father trusted me that now, because he has interest, I have to give him the key. So once people were playing and there was a good crowd in our colony, and I supposed to I went in such a speed that I could not control myself, and I happened to broke someone's leg, a girl of almost 10 years. So it was broken into pieces and she was not able to stand. Then my father didn't tell me anything, but within some time after everything was settled and he has to pay, everything has to happen. So my father told me that then I decided myself that I will never ask my bike key to my father. This is the end of my learning of bicycle, sorry, motorcycle. Then usually when we used to go to my village on a particular spot, then we used to fold our hands near a goddess's temple, and my father used to give me the key. So again, after some time, after few days, after few months passed, he again gave me the key, and it helped me not to stop my learning. I put a constraint to myself that I will not learn after that day because I broke someone's leg. It again, I started with the same confidence after a few days, and it doesn't mean that I didn't make mistakes. I made many mistakes, but he told me all the things that is required while you drive, and I became a perfect rider as of now.
Great.
And so
I think
that's it.
wonderful.
Thank you.
So let's look at both these stories, right? Say Sumit's story has a nostalgic feeling, right? Takes us back to past, the Rajdut, the Javas, the scooter or Luna, whatever. Then he spoke about he broke somebody's leg, right? And that's a painful thing, right? And that's a evil thing, you can say. Then the good part of it is that then he got the keys again to learn the riding of the bike, right? So somehow he had this bad part, or the kind of where he broke somebody's leg, didn't get the keys to drive, then he got it finally. Now you see the moral of the story, what he could conclude is, say you pray to god, you get the key or something. Similarly, Goodwise story had a time when he took us back to the ATM center. Then he came back, the bathroom, son kicking the bathroom door. Then he said, will you like if I kick you? So these kinds of, then created that story, he created that picture, and then he told, okay, do this, this is good. His son understood it. It's a happy ending. Then Goodway went ahead, after the moral of the story, he went ahead with an office scenario. Right. Now you see how you structure the story. The moral of the story has to be your powerful ending line. Right. People will take your the final moral of the story. Right. You always take them to nostalgic past. Now I'll tell you a story. And actually, I told you a story long time, 2 weeks back. Now, see this, and if you can recall. Friends, a proposal from my side. As winter is all set to start, it would be taking me to the old days when I was in Bhubaneswar and used to take a sip of morning tea in Maitriviya Dhaba, or lounging to the roll center in the evening with my friends. Those year ends were special to go on a picnic or a party at a hostel. I enjoyed every moment with the farewells and welcome functions in the college. I feel like going back, but is this possible in this hectic work schedule? Is it easy with all family responsibilities? In the first paragraph, I built up the nostalgic, text, or nostalgic, memory. In the second one, I started talking about the problem right now I'm having, and most of you could relate to it. Then I said, okay, there is a solution for that I am coming up with a program called Back to Warmth of Winter. And it's very easy, three simple steps: one, two, three. Guys, it's all about enjoying life. Let's make it large, is the last moral of the story. But believe me, when I started it, I did not want to include it here in this program. Actually, I thought it, then I thought maybe I'll take it to the storytelling program. Now, many of you liked it and send a hands up. I, thumbs up. I thank you, really. Thank you very much. If we can do it, it will be really good. But what I understood, this story moved you a little bit to action, isn't it? This story, I'm really sorry. I have to write a sorry message to you all again. I did not want to play with your emotions, rather I wanted to say you something. And this story drove you to action, and the action was you send me a thumbs up. Any thoughts?
That's true. It definitely takes you back to those
Right.
days. At least for some time, you go back to those days. Remember your time
Right.
spent with your friends, the events you went through. Now
Right.
you spoke about this one in past 2 minutes when you were narrating this story. I had been to few welcomes. I had been to the picnic.
Yeah.
I remember the way we used to arrange the bus and other stuff. Yes, you definitely go back to your brain and activate those memory cells which stored all these memories.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Right. Good way. You want to say something? You raised your hand.
In fact, you have presented in a very good way. First, you have told that this is the good part we have done. Then
Mhm.
how to you will do it, and what's the plan for it. It's a good structure way. I can say
So,
that.
right. Thank you. Goodbye. So, what happens? That behavior remains with us even though we grow, older and older. Always we want to hear a story. In your office also, you will see some talks are good, right? Some talks are, oh, okay, kind of dry topics. And every time you will see, you want to take something back when you come out of the meeting, that at least one message, you know if not fully, one message you want to take back. That's the moral of the story. And as human being, we want a happy ending, that win of good over evil. And we can use this concept in our office as well, because if we don't tell stories, nobody is going to listen. If I read out the slides deck, you will not come here. You will not come here. You'll say that, oh, okay, I can read this in YouTube, I can find this in somewhere else. There are so many books and materials there. Why would I come here? So I have to give something to you back. b- by the time you leave this session, you have to have something in your kitty, right, in your bag, that I take this. Now let's go back to our workplace. And okay, before that, you have uh, taken a survey where you said how many times a month do you present through PowerPoint and other presentation modes. So you said around one every month. So two of you said, around five of you said around 3 to 5 presentations you make every month. And kind of, somebody says, I just participate in meetings and do not speak much. It's fine, 4 of you said that. But if you say in every situation, be you are not a active presenter, in that case also, you will have some opportunities to tell a story. And you have to utilize this these opportunities to build your storytelling capability. You have to practice, you have to build in a way that when you present it in a PowerPoint presentation or whatever presentation format, you tell a story in this structure. It's very simple structure. And let's go and see an example. Say storyline, one story. So simple, you can build it like what it used to be in the past, like driving a bicycle or Rajdoot. How did the team work? Like what all happened, as Sumit explained. What are the final results, as Goodway explained? What are the final results, right? His son agreed to the better behavior. And what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story, use or choose the words carefully. Now think of, you start with the story saying that, guys, do you remember 2018 June? We were in a similar meeting when we had the turnaround time of the, resolving the issues were around, 40% higher or whatever. You can say something like that. How much a problem we had? We had all the resources into that. We had so many escalations. Do you remember that? You take people back to the old days. Then you come say, then we decided that we will go for a DevOps model. We took coaching classes, we took training classes, we worked over the weekend, we traveled to business, places. We put all the effort and it was great teamwork. And today, guys, the result is 35% reduction in turnaround time. We are able to save cost by 20%, shift of the highly skilled resources to better projects or more complicated complex projects, and the application comes into autopilot mode and the customer is super happy. With a variation of your voices, by reminding the problem you had, the pain you went through, and the success you got, you can present this. Now, if you only talk about these benefits, people may not relate. You have to make them feel of the pain. If the pain they don't feel, they will not realize the effort that you have put here. If you say we put the effort, we got the benefit, unless they feel the pain, if the pain doesn't come to memory, they will not appreciate your effort, right? So you have to take back all of your audience down the memory lane, bring that nostalgic effect. What was happening, how you were struggling, then how you put tireless effort to bring the success that you have today. So guys, moral of the story, teamwork leads to great results. We are one team, we will achieve bigger success. This way, in a short time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or depending on your duration, you can build a great story and show that you are superior in presentation. Do you believe you can start practicing this? It's easy, very simple, 4 steps. So how to deliver? Bring emotions, the real pain felt by the organization, the people. If they don't feel the pain, they will not understand your effort. They will not understand what they have today. Work on your voice. Give pauses. In a speech, pauses are the great, biggest, your biggest strengths will be the pauses. Where you speed up your speech delivery and when do you take a pause? You take a pause to prompt the audience to speak. You take a pause to make them think. You take a pause to allow them to go and feel the pain within that boardroom. Then you come with some facts and figures what you really did. You traveled abroad, you traveled your client places, you worked over the weekends. Come up with some facts, what you did, how hard you worked. Then present those, what is the result today. So while you are doing this, be presentable. Be presentable, like just like you'd like to see a leader in a place, like oh, he's a great leader, his presence, I like it. Be presentable in that way, and thank everyone for the success. Take the team along with you. That will people will start believing that okay, you are the leader, you take team along with you for success. Now, what is takeaway number 2 here? Next 6 months, can you take up? I will go back to previous slide where you said, yes, you have opportunities. Can you take up at least 2 such storytelling opportunities? You have so many presentations in a month, right? Just take 2 in next 6 months. That means you will have 30, 40 presentations in 6 months. Just to pick up 2 of them and present them in a storytelling mode and see the difference. Will you be able to do that?
Yes.
Try that. You will see the difference. People will start loving you. The way you present, they will look for your sessions to start. And it's not easy. You have to really put time to come up this story, the emotion, come up these efforts, then come up these numbers. You convey it through emails, you convey it through whatever medium you use, but tell the story. Everyone wants a story. When we heard the stories in our childhood, our parents told a story in a loving way, or they created curiosity. They told that win of good over evil, and finally they told us about a moral outcome. So same thing you can take back to your office. Okay, I take 20 seconds pause before I move on to the next topic. This is our second takeaway. Any thoughts, comments?
Yes, you are right, Verdoj. But in the meantime, we have to choose the wordings sentence very carefully
Yeah,
so that it will be.
that has to be there. That is part and parcel of the game. You have to prepare well. You have to prepare really well. That's where I'm saying it's not that easy. It's difficult. You have to, at least for initial stories that you build, it will take time. Then it will be slowly falling on track and it'll be easier for you. So next 6 months, 2 stories you are going to build and present to your team in as part of your regular team meetings or status meeting presentation or whatever you present, at least 2 stories in next 6 months. Does it sound impractical? Two
No,
stories, six
No, no.
months you can do. Okay, let's move on to our third and final topic. I asked you a question in WhatsApp. Are you taken seriously? This question could be slightly different, but what happens many times, say I will not do something, nobody listens to me. Or I say, hey, let's do this thing, we have to finish it on time. People don't listen to me. Either it's my peer or my manager or whatever. So what actually happens? When you work in a vendor mode, suppose your vendor is from another organization, it could be even more difficult. If you are the tech lead, wherever your team members are much experienced than you, of higher experience, then it could be difficult as well. Or they are, very freshers, they are in a different mindset, they are all in fun mode, they will not listen you. So how do you ensure that you are taken seriously? There is something called, you must have come across this in your office or workplace, assertive skills. So what is assertiveness? Assertiveness is the quality of being self-assured and confident without being aggressive. I sent you a video of, snippet from Mirzapur where Kalin Bhaiya says, anybody watched Mirzapur? Anybody has watched it?
yes,
Yeah, you have watched. So Kalin Bhaiya says there that guy says, भैया आपका तो पूरा इज्जत है पूरे पूर्वांचल में. तो कालीन भैया से इज्जत नहीं, लोग मुझे डरते हैं और डर की दिक्कत यह है ये कभी भी जा सकती है. So the time has gone, right? When we were aggressive, when we were trying to control, when we are trying to, have use the authority to, power to get things done. Time has changed. We are working in a more global and, multicultural environment where assertive has to play a bigger role. So on the left hand side, if you see what's happening right now, earlier it used to be control. Now no more control, it has to be collaboration. Earlier it used to be ego, my way or highway, I am the boss, I'm the leader. But now things are changing. We have to find common ground, work with people of different diversity, different culture. Say you in a team you have Americans, you have Europeans. Again, within Europe you have East Europeans, West Europeans, or Central Europe, then Indians, Singapore, people from Singapore. So it's a different diverse team. So if you're too soft, it's not going to work. At the same time, if you're trying to control, that's also not going to work. So only thing that will come to rescue is your assertiveness. It's more of blue culture leadership and not red. Blue is more of encouraging people to speak up. Encourage to speak up, respect and not fear. If people respect you, they will open up to you. If they fear you, maybe for some time they will work with you, but after that they may, skip your team. So finally, it's assertiveness, not aggressiveness. So time of aggressiveness is gone. We have to assertive. Now this is really topic that will take time to understand. Stop me if you want to understand, but before that I will just tell something, how do you prepare yourself to be assertive? Like, be self-aware. For example, you are in a situation, I am in many projects where I'm a non-technical manager, whereas I lead a technical group of people. You know what they do sometimes? They will ask me the technical questions which I cannot answer. How will I deal with that? They will tell me, okay, I have to stop these services after the second service, or should I stop the second service first? You tell us, we'll go ahead. They know I do not know technology or that particular area. I'm a non-technical manager. How will I handle it? So I have to be self-aware of my personality, my strength, and my limitations. Accordingly, I have to manage my team. Accordingly, I have to speak. Team complains of high workload. What will I do? Team come and complain, hey, I have so much of workload, you're asking every weekend for me to work. What will I do? I have two choices. I'll say, boss, even I have work, don't tell me. Boss, there is a job, risk is going everywhere, you work, otherwise somebody else will replace you. I can tell that as well. Or I can tell something else as well. I can just hear him or her, acknowledge the problem, and sincerely tell whatever I can do, I cannot do, and offer to help him what I can help him. That is all about being empathetic. I'm telling you, it's my personal experience. You hear people, 50% of the time the problem will leave. The complaints will come, the complaints will go. You don't have to do anything. You have to listen to your people, acknowledge them, be with them in this difficult time. Any experience from your side?
Yeah, I think, see, it's like the first one, be self-aware. I think, yeah, many of the time we face that, because when we sort of talk in front of public, like in BT, we used to have the all hands call and all. Okay,
Right.
so it is a recent experience for me. So I we used to have the leadership call at 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock the all hands call was there. So
Yeah.
at the 2 o'clock, my manager said, he's the director now. So he said, yeah, the content, whatever the content of the call, he's going to handle. So no one need to prepare anything. But when on the all hands call, it was like, but he asked that his leadership team need to be there on the call. Everyone need to join 5 minutes before the call, like that. So everyone thought, yeah, it's going to be like he's going to talk throughout the
Yeah.
meeting. But that didn't happen. It's like he was asking each person to cover one of the topic on the call itself.
Yeah.
So we went completely unprepared, okay,
Yeah.
and it was very difficult to handle, like what exactly we are going to speak. But yeah, so this all the points that I have faced,
Right.
means I have realized, yeah, that this all
Right.
these points matter there. So
True.
yes, I completely agree. Means this phase is very much, it is going to help if we learn this way. Yeah.
Right. Thanks. Good. But you brought a very good point of impromptu speeches. There are some techniques when you don't know anything and somebody asks you about the life of a politician who you do not know, you can still speak. We'll talk on that sometime. You can still speak, and either you convince people or you confuse people, but nobody will doubt on you. We'll go to that sometime. Okay. Okay. Third point is emotional intelligence. Yeah. To be assertive, you need to self-regulate yourself. You need to manage your behavior, the emotions, even when under pressure, right? We all come under pressure. So how do I manage my anger, my emotions, my frustrations? That will help me being more assertive. Social and cultural awareness. If I have a fellow Indian colleague, it's easier for me to say, hey, go and do that work. But if it's somebody from Europe, they're very particular about time. They're saying, okay, no, I'm not going. If I tell that, I don't know how they will respond. Or if I work with my American colleague, I don't know how my behavior changes. So ideally, so what we need to be understanding is this social and cultural awareness within India. Also, we have different cultures, different societies. So ideally we need to be aware of how the society runs or how cultural aspects come into picture, and we have to take a stand which is very normal, or very neutral, I would say, and acceptable by many. If I do that, then only I can contribute to my assertive communication. And last but not the least, lifelong learning. Continue to learn, keep on learning, learning that which motivates you and boosts self-confidence. So what we learned here is, first we try to understand that it's more of collaboration and assertiveness and not aggressiveness. We understand and we accept that the world has changed. If we don't want to try to control the group or our team or somebody. Next, we prepare ourselves that we are self-aware, we control our emotional intelligence, we keep on learning, and we be empathetic. We prepare ourselves to be a assertive communicator. Once we are prepared, we will start communicating. Then how will we communicate? Let's see. So let's start from here. Communicate your intention or strategy consistently. If you are a leader, you cannot toggle between multiple strategies. Say today you tell your team, guys, we have to deliver this project on time, on time, on time. The next moment you see them, you tell them, guys, we have to deliver with only less than 3% of bugs in the system. Or the day after you say something else. The team cannot prioritize, right? Today you tell them that we have to save cost. Tomorrow you tell them that guys, we have to really focus on good quality, best quality, irrespective of the cost. So that your team needs a clear, consistent direction. Or what is your strategy? I'll tell you, not I do not want to go political, but I this brought something to my mind. 2019 election, BJP launched their campaign saying that is bar 300 par, and they consistently followed that till they crossed 300. So they tried to put that strategy into every worker's mind on the ground. Guys, this bar is bar 300 par. So then people were directed in that particular direction, that their main motive this time or strategy is to cross 300. So you have to clearly communicate your strategy, then your team will start believing you that yes, our strategy is to have customer satisfaction which is more than 90%. Then your team will be kind of aligned to you. So have a consistent communication of your intention and strategy. Number two, non-verbal approach. Verbal, yes, we go ahead. Non-verbal one is so important here. Your tone, your face, your posture, and your body language. Everything has to look like you are in command, you are in control. Neither it's aggressive nor it is too soft. Many people are there, oh, I'm a people's manager, I'm too soft. Why people are not listening to me? No, they may not listen to you. You are too aggressive, they may not still listen to you. You are sitting like this, karke aise, you sit like this, or you sit erect with erect posture and you talk. The chair in a boardroom where which position or which seat you occupy, that matters. I'll tell you one of my memories. I was in a dinner table, for project success celebration. I was sitting at the corner. My lead came and said, Bharadwaj, you should be sitting in the middle of the table today because it's your project. Why are you sitting there on that side? Don't get sidelined. You don't sideline yourself. Take the position, take the command. So your non-verbal communication or appearance takes a lot of has a lot of weightage. Number three, use the army. Don't think that you are one man army, you can do everything. Oh, I have to do this, I have to. You have to absolutely use the team. See who can do the work, find the experts. You are a non-technical manager. We discussed about the example, right? You bring the people who are good in that particular area, ask them to deliver, ask them to work on that front. Give a clear message and don't be vague. Hey, we should do this, this is good for the company. Not like that, not we. Try to reduce the word we, say you or I or he or she. You have to say, it's like the message, hey, I really appreciate your strength in areas of technology. Now, since we need to submit this report by 20th, you are clear and not vague. Could you please help me there? Feel free if you have any constraint. Be absolutely clear. Don't say, hey, we think we have to, submit this by this month end, most likely, or third week. Can we work here? Then your team is not sure who will work actually. So you have to say, boss, it's you have to do. And in a tone that's welcoming, that's encouraging, and that's empathetic, and you know that will help the team to deliver to whatever you are working as part of the project. Then one most important thing is here, learn to say no. Don't say yes to everything. Leaders do not say no. I mean, do not say yes to everything. We Indians have a problem to say yes to almost everything or nod our head. Sometimes it's not clear whether it's no or yes. So you can say no. Say how I would say no. My manager say, for example number 3, can you do this? Say, probably I would say like this, I would love to do this. However, at the moment, it's little difficult for me to complete this task, but let's talk. Then I give couple of options. Can you help me with deferring my current tasks so I can accommodate this? Or is it fine if I deliver this in 4 days rather than in 2? Or could you help me with someone, an assistant or another team member who can take 50% of my work? So somewhere I come to negotiation. Just don't take it up. These are all parts of your assertive communication. So you start with communicating your strategy consistently. You take care of your non-verbal, tonal, facial posture and gestures properly. Don't think you are the one person. Otherwise, ask for a team to deliver things. You are not going to be one-man army. Clear messages. Don't be vague. Clear messages. Who will do it? By what time it will be done? Learn to say no. You have to say no. This is going to be a very powerful tool for you as a leader. Because if you say no, that means you are saying yes to most highest priority tasks, and you are saying no to other ones. That talks about your leadership qualities, that this guy is self-aware what he or she is doing, what's important to the company, and he is saying no. And while saying no, he or she is finding another way to get this done. So this is about assertive communication. So what we learn here, first you understand that the world is changing. We are moving on to collaboration from control. Then you prepare yourself by being self-aware, be empathetic to others, control, regulate your emotions, keep on learning. You prepare yourself, then communicate assertively in your workplace. This is the third one. So what I want promise from you is, in next 6 months, can you find 3 occasions where you will communicate assertively, where you will be considered, regarded as a person of as a person of as a person of seriousness and a person of importance, and still people regard you or respect you. This is about communicating assertively. So moral of the story, be visible by taking one opportunity in next 6 months. Talk to a group of at least more than 50 people. Prepare for it, present it, enjoy the confidence. Number 2, be a storyteller to take 2 instances of storytelling in next 6 months. And number 3, take 3 examples, or 3 instances where you can communicate to your team or to your management or assertively, and learn assertive communication techniques more. That will help you. Yeah, so this is what in next 6 months, if you can implement the action plan: one, public speaking opportunity, one public speaking opportunity, two instances of storytelling presentations, three occasions where you speak assertively. By June 2021, if you are not in a different world, you will call me and tell me, Bharadwaj, you are all lying. This is all about for today. Thank you. And I hope, again, this was practical as well as implementable. Now, let me open the platform for any questions you would have.
Yeah, Bharadwaj, to be very honest, I have very pinpoint on assertiveness.
Mhm.
Okay, so can you more discover on it?
Yes, you can discover more on it. You understand what is assertiveness, right?
Mm, yes.
Assertiveness is all about speaking confidently but not aggressively, right?
But
So I,
Yes,
yeah,
Bharadwaj,
yeah, Silu, go ahead.
we are not every situation. There are many scenario where we are getting sandwiched
Okay.
because we have to handle. For me, I'm telling you, sometimes we need to handle Indian team, Europe team, or American team. Sometimes or many times we are getting sandwiched in between handling all those teams. So how much pressure it will be? Okay, until
Right.
unless it won't be planned. If of course we are getting on the plan, but if it deviates something, then again it is.
No, I agree with you. And one thing I would like to say, the world is not perfect. And we keep on improving, we keep on working, and we keep on learning. That's how it will go on. There is no silver bullet that will fix everything. I am with you because we all are, so we have to work. At least we should come to a stage when the problems will be there, but we find it easy to handle. If we can achieve that, that's a great thing, right? You know how to handle. You accept the imperfection, that it will be like that, but how will I handle it? That's most important. That's where your assertiveness will come into picture. You tell about the company, say that our company's vision is this, and guys, let's go ahead doing this. So you take example of your company's vision, your company's mission statement, then you say something to do that will be more convincing, that could be more convincing. But yes, I appreciate you sharing your thought.
Let's see. Let me analyze some more on it.
Yes, assertive skills, I'll tell you, it's a big topic. Spend some time, really take time to learn it. Now
Yes, exactly.
you can apply it. You learn it and apply it, learn it and apply it. You'll see, kind of there is a change in the way you felt today, and you will feel after, a month or two.
Hmm.
Any other thoughts?
yes, I was saying something. Yeah, in the clear communication, you gave one example. It was in slide 46, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. So the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a different way of doing it. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
really never say that. Okay, you need to do this. This is we put it in a meeting. We put it in a meeting and ask every team member who has time to take this up.
Okay.
And then if I know that let's say you are the person most suitable for this, but I don't want to tell you that you do it. Rather
Mm-hmm.
than I expect you to tell me that yeah, I can do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
And then if not, if you are not coming up yourself, then I can ask Varadwaj, what is on your plate? Do you think I can
Uh-huh.
deprioritize something? I can
Right.
remove something from your current task and put this one in. Do you think it will work out?
Yeah.
Can we do this? So I don't want to give the direction. I want you to take the responsibility and deliver it.
Absolutely.
Once we agree, that okay, once we agreed, yes, we can do it by 20th. Now then I become take the control.
Right.
I said you agreed, we agreed together. Now I follow it up. Maybe every 2 days I'll hope you are making good progress. If you are stuck
Right.
somewhere else, let me know. I can arrange it for you. I'm not the technical person, as you said. I'm not the technical person. If you need something, you stuck somewhere, I'll arrange it for you. But
Right.
I take the ownership. I follow up,
Right.
and but in the sense to give it to you, I will not say, okay, I know you can do it. Can you do this? My approach is a bit different. I want you to take the ownership and commit to the work,
Yeah.
and I can help you to deprioritize something else you are doing. Okay,
Hmm.
I think it is. We can remove it from your plate. Don't bother it now. I will handle it, or I'll find someone
Yeah.
else to do this. So
No, no, yeah. So you are taking one step ahead of what is here, right? You are taking, even, you're helping your team before your team comes and asks, take away something from my plate, you help it, right? You help them doing it. Then
so yeah.
yeah, you motivate them as well, right? And they will feel next time. You need not tell them, they will come, okay, with Ranjit, when we work, we feel so safe, we can, and he's so helpful leader. Yeah.
What I'm saying is the example in the number two is
Yeah.
more managerial than a leader. So
Right.
it is like you manage it, you give a direction, and
Right.
you want the work to be done, rather than you show them to take the responsibility and
Yes.
get the work done. So uh, I understand all the
Okay.
points. Points are really nice. Only about
Right.
the
Right. So
example. Is choosing up the words in the example.
you want to say the example number two is more of control, less of
Yes,
collaboration,
less of
right?
collaboration. Yes.
Wonderful.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
there are there is a book. I don't know anybody will be interested. There are two books recently I come to know. One is Turn the Ship Around. It is
Okay.
about servant leadership.
Mm-hmm.
We call it as servant leadership. Like you become a leader not with your power,
Mm-hmm.
by others' choice. Like
Right.
others treat you as a leader, not like you have the power. I am in a position to manage people, and then I become a leader. You
Right.
become a manager, not a leader. If you are placed there, if people choose you to be leader,
Wonderful.
then you become effective communicator or a good speaker. uh, then people will follow you.
Yeah. No,
So
that's great. So maybe this brings me to again ask you, Silu, will you be fine to present, kind of, 5 minutes, 7 minutes on the abstract of that topic? It's a, it's the latest topic, and we should all know about servant leadership. Will it be fine if next session you can cover that up? 7, 10 minutes
sure.
if you're great. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah. The time is yours. You take 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Just see, because it'll be benefiting for all. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Good, but thanks for bringing it out again. As I said, it's all about we discuss, and good that you told me. In fact, while writing, even I felt that. But yeah, good. Any other thoughts?
There
Baidyanath,
are
you are
some very
talking.
good points, and there are some very good points. It really takes a lot of courage to say no, and you should be courageous to.
Right.
I mean, all the points you said, learn to say no, and use the army. It is really essential. All these points, I completely agree with it. And recently, I come to know in my from my manager or my leaders, he should have that courage to
Yeah.
say something and say no to the work. I mean, that's where you can deliver more.
Yeah.
I never had that courage. I think for a long time, I used to say, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, of course, I will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always feel like I have a lot of time. I
Yeah.
have a lot of time, and if I want to do something, I will do it. I still feel that, but not in the cost of your own personal time.
Correct.
And as a leader or as a manager, if you tend to spend more time than what is required, then you are sending a wrong message. So, that I learned very late.
Yeah.
When I lead a team, if I spend my time till 7 o'clock in office or replying some mails at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, it sends a wrong message to the full team saying, okay, this guy is working, man. So maybe he's expecting us to work as well. It really sends a negative vibe to the team.
Right.
So
And that too,
now,
you being in Europe, it will, cultural aspects come into picture as well, right?
that's true, but to be honest, this trend is changing.
Okay.
It must be the same in US as well.
Yeah.
As more and more Indians are working.
Yeah.
I can tell you, when I came here in 2010, at around 5:30, the cafeteria will be empty. There will be no one. And then
Okay.
you see some Indians having sitting there. And now if I go around 8 o'clock, there will be some people, local people working there, and they have the fear. They have the fear now to, this is a cultural change which Indians are, I mean, the negative cultural change, I would say, we
Yeah.
are bringing. And okay, without blaming any particular company, but these things are happening, and these things are really changing. To be honest, when I came here in 2010, somebody asked me, what do you do? I said, okay, I'm doing this automation, doing this coding. Hey, no man, that you're doing for living. What do you
Yeah.
do? Then I
Yeah.
then I realized what I'm doing, what I'm good at. I'm nothing. To
Yeah.
be, I mean, I will ask you, all of you, if I ask you the question, what you do, maybe you will not find an answer what you do.
Right.
I mean, all what we are doing, we are just earning bread and butter. We are
Yeah.
just working every day, and that's for living. And the concept here uh, is a bit different.
Right.
Everybody has a different habit. Somebody is good at riding, somebody is good at hiking, somebody is good at river rafting, something they do and they enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And they work in office or do some job to earn their living. And we are so busy in earning our living, we think that is what we are doing, and that is how, what is our purpose of our life. uh,
It's not known.
yes, I mean, sometimes you have to really think, sit back and think what you are doing.
True. Good thoughts, Silu. Deepak, anything want to say?
Yes, it was really very good discussion, and even the points which Silu you are adding today is very, very true, because even I would suggest we should really do something our own, apart from what we are doing in the office or in our career thing. So just like you said, people have their hobbies, they have a goal, they have a dream they're trying to achieve, but this is just for the bread and butter which we are doing. That's definitely true. And coming back to the session, brother, it was really very what do you call that, informative. And also, if we can really utilize these tips, we will, not in the career, in our personal life itself, we will be a good confident person, and people will really look at us the moment we have that capability and those skills with us. Okay, so even I would also like to suggest something, Vardhas, this things which we are talking about, storytelling, right? So there is a very good book, if you really want to like to read. There's a book called Made to Stick. It's a very good book, and it talks about how simply we can tell a story and how powerfully we can describe it so that people get connected to it.
Okay.
It's not like just delivering a speech or talking a story, but nobody is interested in it. But it talks about those 5-6 points about success, SUCCESS. So that's the principle. Keep the story simple, unexpected, concrete, and yeah. So if we follow those 6 principles, that will make the story very attractive and keep the audience engaged.
Wonderful.
So,
thank you, Deepak.
thanks everyone, and thanks Bharadwaj for all these arranging all these things. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So I'll send the recordings, and we'll meet again next week.
Yeah.
Unless you have.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.